Hi guys, MOC Media here, and I'm going to be showing you my finished freight locomotive MOC that I just finished probably 10 minutes ago. So this is right off the Lego studio. It's brand new. So I'm going to start on the review, and then afterwards you guys can tell me what you think of it. So the thing is ultra long, and I'll put in a minifig just to show you guys how that looks. It's a very long train, but I wanted it to be mainly just because Lego, that was a good little dance move by that minifigure right there. Mainly just because Lego doesn't normally do their freight trains this long. So it was just really nice to make one this long, and this is also only the second train MOC that I've ever done, period. I've never done one any longer than this. Or should I say I've never done a freight train like this. This is my first freight train MOC. So I'm pretty happy considering it's my first one, and I'm sure, as pretty much like every other Lego MOC that anybody will ever do, I will be adding on to it just simply as time goes on, because that's what you do with a MOC. You know, a MOC's never fully or truly finished. So that's probably what I'm going to be doing with this one as well. My goals when building this train were to give it kind of an aggressive look. I wanted it to look like a big freight engine. So, and I also wanted this specific color scheme. This is one that I wanted from the very beginning. I don't really know why. I just thought it was a really cool color scheme, so that's kind of what I stuck with when I hopped into building this thing. So when we pick this thing up, I will go ahead and show you the underside. It's not built on a regular train base plate. I know this is very hard to see, but it's because it's all black, and I'm 100% aware of that. But it is built on just a series of 6 by whatever plates. Whichever ones I could find, all of them the light bluish gray, and I collected as many of them as I could and lined them up and just tried to get a general length idea. Because then, of course, once you get that together, you think, oh, that might look good, and then you start adding on everything else, such as the couplers, the railings on the back, and multiple different things like that, and which all will extend on the ends of it. Now, one thing that I was concerned about is that it would look long, but not wide enough. But let me lift you guys off here for a second. I don't think that is too much of a problem, as there is plenty of overhang going along the sides, and I think the look that it achieves is still pretty good. So it doesn't look too skinny, which was, like I said, a concern. And maybe it still looks a little skinny in some places, but I'm not too worried about it right now. So the overall effect, I think, is what looks very good. It looks like a big train. Now, I know that Lego train enthusiasts are going to be asking, well, does it run? Is it motorized? Well, no, it's not. And, okay, really, if you're a Lego train expert, just looking at this thing, you would be able to tell that, no, it would not be able to be motorized. Unless it were a 9-volt, I guess. But even if it were a 9-volt, you really wouldn't be able to do this. I mean, even looking at the wheels now, it wouldn't be possible to do that with a 9-volt motor, just because I would have to make the space between the actual train wheels themselves different. And I actually had to use 6 of these train axles and train, not fenders, but you know what I'm trying to say. The train molds that go around the wheels themselves. So it was not able to be motorized, and I couldn't use the, not the powered up ones, but the battery one in the middle, because there's just simply not enough space. And I'm sure you also noticed the wheels do not swivel. So it can only be rolled in straight lines, which I'm not too bothered about that too much, to be totally honest. I mean, most of my city is static, and I don't have a train loop actually right now because I don't have enough space for one, which is kind of sad. But I mean, one person asked me when am I going to be getting a new table? And that will be in the near future, hopefully, to where I can get a full train loop and maybe start spreading out my vehicles, because it's starting to look like all the minifigures are evacuating my city because everybody's so close together, which is kind of unfortunate, but that's why I took all my sets out of the city, mainly because, there was literally no space. I'm always constantly building MOCs, and this time I ran out of spaces, so I just took all the kits out of the city for now, and maybe once I get a bigger table, I'll put them all back in. I know I'm totally drifting. Let's get back to the train. The roof is removable simply just by taking this roof off right here. Once you have removed the, somewhat rare 6x6 tile, I'll move you guys in to the control cab. Sorry if this is hard to see. I'm trying my best though. There is some dials kind of up on the dashboard, I guess is what you could call it. And there is a printed piece that's like pretty much impossible to see. And then this roof also comes off, but it's harder to take off. But I took it off anyway. And then behind the driver, who is sitting there with the coffee cup with a newspaper, it looks like, there is, sorry about that, shadow, there is just a table back there, and there is also just some detailing and texturing up on the back wall. I realize 100%, guys, that the interior is probably, I shouldn't say nothing like it, but it's not realistic, and I'm so used to building trucks and cars. Like I said, I'm not a train person, I'm a car person. I don't know about trains, I know about cars. So I'm used to building cars, and that really comes into place when building this train. So I am aware that it's not entirely realistic, but that doesn't bother me right now. Maybe in the future it will bother me, and I'll change it. But for now, I'm going to leave it as it is because I'm fine with it as it is. And like I said, this is going to be a static train in the city. It will not be moving, and it's not like the roof will be levitating off of the train at random spots. I will be putting some minifigures on this thing right now. Minifigs really do bring any Lego MOC to life, I feel like. That's why they exist. So the reason I chose this color scheme was because I really like the CSX trains, but this is not a replica of a CSX train by any means. That is why it does not say CSX on the side. Mainly that's kind of the big giveaway that it's not a CSX train. But I did like the color scheme. I just thought it flowed really well. And I know that CSX has multiple different versions of their locomotives and freight engines. I just wanted to do one of the more boxier style. I mean, if you're a train person, by all means, put in the comments what you think this looks most like. And so I can actually have an official name for it. So if you know anything about trains, please let me know what you think this looks like. But to me, it just kind of looks like, because I've researched it a little bit, and I've tried to find out exactly what this train looks like, and it just seems to look like a little bit of everything, honestly. Not a hodgepodge, but again, just a random trains kind of all put together, all influenced this MOC to create one train. Now you do realize that the railing is not there. That's because I'm missing that somewhat uncommon tube piece, but that will be added on later. The minifigs are probably going to stay on there how they are, but they might change. I might put one down here climbing up onto the platform area up front, and there's also one at the back. I also realized that the railings are different colors. Hopefully I'll be able to make that one black at some point. But like I said, it's still work in progress. This is basically going to be the final product, so I thought I would show it to you guys because I know I kept on building it up. And I was personally very excited with how this one was going to come out, and I'm very pleased with the outcome. So let's go put it in the city. So I moved some stuff around just to get this super cool shot. I think it looks cool. I think it's kind of cool. But anyway, this is where the train is going to go. It's why I had to rebuild some of the train yard in my city, mainly just because I had to get a longer section of straight track in order to park this ginormous long train. So this is where it's going to be. I will put minifigs on it later. Let me know what you guys think about this train. I'm very happy with it. And I hope you guys are too. And let me know if you have any suggestions out there, train people. Maybe anything that you think should be added or taken away. By all means, please let me know. Thank you all for watching. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel for more LEGO MOCs every, what should I say, 3 or 4 a week, I would think. And I will see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.